And we have 2,000 students, right? And how would you teach everyone? Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm glad that we all got in and we're settled down. You got your folders, you got your pencils, so you have your materials that we're going to be using to work with today. You also have some things in your folders that you'll be using. So we're going to continue our lesson on Chinese philosophy, understanding Confucianism, Taoism, and legalism. So imagine that you're the principal of the school and you got 2,000 students. How would you keep order? How would you make them follow rules and get along? Share out. How would you do that? If you're running this school, how would you keep everybody in line?
I don't know.
How would you follow rules, Golden? How would you follow rules?
Make God do the right thing.
How would you make them do the right thing? By what?
By showing them how to do it.
And another thing you can think about, what do we use every day? What do we do here to help us follow rules and stay in line?
Watch others do the same thing as you.
But what's our acronym that we use?
Learn.
DREAM. And what does DREAM represent?
Do the right thing, be respectful, I think.
Keep going. This is how you get your order.
Accept responsibility, excel leadership, and maintain appearance.
That's right. So that's our dream. Every day we come in here with a new dream, new day to do things a better way. So great idea. So today again we're going to learn about Chinese thinkers and tackle some of the problems, some of the same problems that they had over 2,000 years ago. So the idea on China is a country more with people than you can imagine that's operates today.
Yeah.
So I heard some of you mention about rules and punishment. What are your thoughts? Give me some of your thoughts about rules and punishment. How do they work together?
You ain't watching that line, you got what's the name? But teach.
Right, so if you don't follow rules and you don't do the right thing, you have consequences, right? So do we like consequences?
No.
No, we don't like consequences, but they're necessary. Why are rules necessary?
So we don't have to do the same thing over and over again.
And give me another reason why rules are important.
So we can learn from it and not do it again.
So you can learn from Russell. Give me a reason why rules are important.
Say follow.
You gotta follow rules, but why are we following rules?
So everything stays stable.
So everybody can be on the same page and everybody can do what they're supposed to do, right? Okay. So by the end of class, you're gonna be able to give me 3 different philosophies that we're talking about. You're gonna be able to provide examples on those philosophies. You'll have a chart where you're gonna separate the different philosophies in the columns. Also, I'll go to the next slide. So we're going to go over standard word history 11, which is examine political and social changes in Japan and in China from the 14th century CE and AD to the mid-19th century. We're also going to describe the impact of the Qing and Ming dynasty policies on the social structure of China. What do you think philosophy means in everyday life? What do you think philosophy means? It's the study of what? What you're thinking, right? It's a philosophy. You're thinking about something and you try to make it like the yin and the yang, night, day, dark, light. So philosophy equals love of wisdom, asking big questions about life. Chinese philosophers ask, how can people live together? How can we get along together? What makes a good government? How do we find happiness and peace? These are things that we ask about too, right? So now we're going to watch a CNN 10 news video, and then I have a little activity for you to go in after that. But while we're doing the video, raise your hand on what's more important to you. Harmony. Raise your hand if harmony is important to you. What about peace? Raise your hand if peace is important to you. Peace is definitely important to me. All right?
But for the other niggas from CNN,
Hey, well, we looking at him today because I don't know what happened to him. I haven't seen him in a while. Have you, Mr. Brad?
You're talking about grown men, grown men.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I think they might share role. So listen to the video because again, I'm gonna pass out an activity for you to complete the back to you, and these are words that you're gonna hear in the video.
The capital of China, officially called the
No,
People's
wait,
Republic of China.
Make sure you put your name on it.
I apologize for because
It's okay. Be you, like I said, be yourself.
A bloody civil war.
But just be careful on how much person.
They lived here in Taiwan, where the ROC flag still flies today.
everybody's gonna call me.
Initially, both the United States and the United Nations recognized Taiwan as the independent government. But it didn't initiate war back in the 1970s. The PRC replaced the ROC as the U.S. and the United States changed the diplomatic relations and moved its embassy from Taipei to here in Beijing.
Come here.
While the U.S. has started to one China policy, it has never recognized the Communist Party's sovereign place over Taiwan.
If you want to complete your words first while you're listening, that's fine.
It has remained completely
But I should hear less talking and more writing and more working, sir.
You know, you hear people saying Biden wants to start a new Cold War with China. I don't want a Cold War with China. I just want to make China understand that we are not going to step back. We're not going to change their views.
That looming threat of invasion is only part of China's ongoing campaign to squeeze Taiwan. Decades of diplomatic pressure by Beijing means this island has very few formal diplomatic allies. Because any nation that wants to normalize relations with China has to sever formal diplomatic ties with Taipei. The island's Olympic team can't even carry the Taiwanese flag. They have to compete under the name Chinese Taipei.
Remember, these are some of the key words that are in your words,
In
sir.
Singapore in 1992, the two sides did agree, at least in theory, to the existence of one China.
It's impossible to overstate just how important Taiwan is to the ruling Communist Party and its legitimacy. China sees the self-ruled island as a breakaway province that must be reunified with the mainland, and by force, if necessary. Reunification is also rooted in the Communist Party's goal to reverse China's century humiliation by colonial powers. That means returning China's borders to something more like that of the Qing Empire is the basis of modern China's claims to Xinjiang, Tibet, Hong Kong, and Taiwan.
Putting sovereignty on the back burner gave Taiwan's economy a boost. Cross-strait trade, tourism, and money moving again. In 2015, the ruling parties on both sides met again in Singapore. A historic summit between Chinese leader Xi Jinping and Taiwan's then president Ma Ying-jeou. 1 year later, a turning point. Taiwan's 2016 election of Tsai Ing-wen, the island's first female president, leading a longtime pro-independence party. Tensions rising ever since. Something Taiwan blames on China's plan to push its power across the Indo-Pacific. Taiwan's young democracy divided on the issue of unification with the mainland. The tide is turning. In 2020, Tsai won a landslide re-election, vowing to defend Taiwan's democracy from Xi's increasingly powerful and authoritarian China. Cross-strait ties plunge into their lowest level in decades.
台湾人民和朝野政党的最大共识，就是抗日人以及我们民主自由的生活方式。这一点，我们没有妥协的空间。
With U.S.-China tensions at an all-time high, Washington and Taipei have moved closer. In 2016, then U.S. President-elect Donald Trump broke a decade-long precedent and spoke to President Tsai on the phone. He also elevated official exchanges between Washington and Taipei, a move that infuriated Beijing.
China's refusal to condemn the Russian invasion of Ukraine has many of you asking, what is Beijing planning for Taiwan? Testing the island's defenses, flying scores of warplanes near the island, making President Xi's long-standing calls for peaceful reunification republic. In August 2022, U.S. House Speaker Pelosi, highest-ranking U.S. lawmaker to visit this island in 25 years, a move Beijing called a major political provocation. In response, China launched military exercises beyond the median line, encircling the island. During her visit, Pelosi delivered the unequivocal message that America stands with Taiwan. But But if the time comes, would the U.S. send in American troops to defend its Chinese-speaking democracy? A democracy with an uncertain future.
All right. 6 minutes to go. All right, good job. So go ahead and finish your word search, and we're going to be asking some questions about what you just saw, and mainly not more so about what are some of your values or some of your rules that you set. And I don't know, like maybe your parents have told you things that your parents said in your house. Who wants to share out, or whether you want to or not? Somebody share out what are some of the rules that your parents set at home to help maintain order, or rules that you may have set with your siblings. Like I know I have siblings, I may say, don't go in my room and mess with certain things. So those are rules that I give to my siblings that I want them to follow to maintain order for my rules. So what are some, Mendiola, share out with me a rule or something that your parent or maybe you have set for your household or your area. Do you have curfew, parents?
Yup, curfew.
Okay. Things like that. So, Mr. Russell, what was some of the things that your parents have set in place for you?
Don't go in the kitchen and touch her food.
Don't go in the kitchen. Now, my mama was phenomenal too about while she cooking, don't ask to taste, don't ask to touch. You have to wait for food to get done before you touch anything and get permission. That's how it was in my household. Who else has those same values?
Miss Tight.
Huh?
Miss Tight.
It's okay. Just find your words. All right, who else can share out? Lee, what's a rule or something that your parent might have had at home for you? I hate home. So you had to be at home. Too many rules?
I love it at home.
Okay.
And Miss Williams, I got another thing. There's like 1 or 2 words in here. It's not a full word. It's a half of it.
It's a crossword puzzle. So you find the words that you're looking for, you should all align. Just find the words that you can. But I do appreciate your effort for trying. All right, remember when we're having conversations that you must be respectful of each other's experiences or differences, okay? All right, now, we have vocabulary words. What are some of the key terms that we know and that we have been hearing about and listening to since we've been learning about Chinese philosophy? What about Confucianism? Are all these words on here? They should be. They're not. Remember your Confucian, just find what you can. Now, the last thing we're going to say about the word search, find the words you can. When you complete it, put it inside your folder. Now, who remembers about Confucianism? Russell, do you remember about Confucianism?
I only found 10.
You said what?
Confucianism. What is Confucianism? So Confucianism is philosophy about respecting family and following social rules. Mr. Eccles, tell me something else about Confucianism. So our first philosopher is Confucius. He lived about 2,500 years ago. And he was also in the video, the CNN video that we talked about. Confucius was a strong leader, okay? And he lived about, again, 2,500 years ago, and he believed that society worked best when everyone respected their family and knew their place. When you know your place in society, you do better. So like 125 generations ago, that's how old Confucius is. He's very, very old. So some of his core concepts was always honor your parents and grandparents. How many of you heard that before? Honor God, your mother and father. All right, good behavior, follow proper manners and traditions. Education matters, so learning makes you a better person. We all can agree with that. And everyone has a role in life, regardless of what your role is. You have a role as students, respect teachers, and children respect parents, and teachers respect students. We all have to respect each other and get along. So think about being at in the cafeteria for dinner. Who sits there? Who serves you? Who cleans up? This is a part of what Confucius felt like. You know, everyone come in, we sit down together, we eat together as a family. Everybody has their role. You have some that get your tray. then you have some that put the trays up, pass out the different juices, different things like that, so everybody has a role to work together.
What is it?
So when China went through tough times, many people turned to a vote. Today we're just gonna focus on confusion. But it's okay if you don't find the word, Mr. Harlow already said that, it's okay. Just find the words that you can. Anybody got any other questions about Confucius? We're gonna learn about 3 different, philosophies, but today our focus is Confucius. All right, so now, once you got all your thoughts together, you have your bracket organizer that you had earlier this week about Confucius, so now you can start working on your chart, and I'll pull that up so you can see the different varieties. Gentlemen, I have the floor. Listen up. So we're gonna go back to our chart. We're gonna go back to this chart right here, where you got your different columns. You got Confucianism, Daoism, and legalism. So today we talked about Confucianism, so you're gonna write your topics there, and I'm gonna switch the board so you can see some of the trusted word, the words and the paragraphs that go with it. So remember, legalism is the communist government. They give harsh punishment, very harsh. And then Daoism, so we did go over some of this already, but again, I want you to focus on Confucianism today and go ahead and fill out your column with your facts about Confucianism. And you'll be able to merge this later on in our next activity, okay? So go ahead and get started on your chart, and go ahead and remember that you're putting everything in the column in regards to Confucianism.